Folks, your buddy Noodler coming at you once again from our Blues Guitar Secret HQ. Somebody asked on the sub yesterday about how to infuse the flat 5 or the blue note as it's called into their noodling. So I'll show you a couple of quick licks to show you at least how I use it. Okay? Here's a typical lick starting with the flat 5. I'm in the key of A, and I'm gonna start with the flat 5, which is G string 8th fret. So I'm gonna play that note, and then I'm gonna play the 5, which is B string 5th fret. So, and then I go back to the flat 5, and now I'm gonna play the 4, which is 7th fret G string, and again play the 5 on the B string 5th fret. So I got right, and now I'm gonna play the flat 3, which is G string 5th fret. Give it a little pull down there, and on the root. So there's a flat 5 lick. Another thing that that you'll hear is, like, for instance, you want to get that sort of pinched Buddy Guy thing going on, right? And this is a favorite move that I use a lot. And what I'm doing is I'm playing the flat 3, so G string 5th fret, root, high E 5th fret. Playing them both at the same time, just using my fingers. You can use pick finger, whatever you want to use. And then I'm hammering from flat 3 to 4, which is G string 7th fret. And then I'm adding the flat 5, which is G string 8th fret. And I'm with each note, I'm playing that root on the high E the whole time. Nice bluesy sound. People dig that. Yeah. Okay, there's another one. It's the end of the intro to Pride and Joy. Right, and you know, everybody's heard this lick a million times, and most of us probably already know how to play it. So I'm in the key of E, and I'm gonna start playing the D open, and then I'm gonna play D 1st fret, and then D 2nd fret. That's your root note, right? So, and then walk back down, right? So you go, and then back to the 1st fret, then open, right? And then play the B note, A string, 2nd fret. And then you bounce on that flat 5, A string 1st fret. Right? So now play the G note, low E, right? So, and then open A, hammer on to the B string, then D string 2nd fret, which is the root, open E, right? Right, you're already playing the E, you just play the opener. So the whole thing is, right? And that's the end of that opening intro riff for Pride and Joy. I won't get into the rest of it for you because who cares? We're talking about the flat 5 right now. The other thing that a lot of people don't think about is the flat 5 is also right here if you're in the key of A. So you're just sliding up to the 5 and then playing the root on the high E. Okay, so that's another flat 5 lick. Another one is just, so it's a rake, and I'm basically muting the top 2 strings with my index finger, and I have my pinky ready to go, and what I'm doing is I'm just pulling off flat 5, 4, minor 3, so 8, 7, 5, right, and landing on the root, D string 7th fret, so it's a rake. there's another use I didn't even think of is I'll often start at the I'm in A again, flat 7 here, D string 5th fret, and then I'll play, so that flat 5 5, right? So it's a great little passing note thing. And like I said, you can start a phrase on it. Another thing, the ubiquitous use of the flat 5 is people bend to it. Back in the old days, guys like T-Bone there, and were inventing single string guitar solo stuff. They had thick ass strings on their old archtop guitars, so it was a lot harder to bend the strings. So generally, you hear T-Bone, he was the guy doing this. And he was bending to the flat 5, not all the way to the. So and it's a good thing to know this, is that when you're doing that typical bender we all do on the G string in that first position of the pentatonic, you can bend to the flat 5 or you can bend all the way to the 5. So you can get a multi-step bend out of that, which is pretty cool. Another typical use is like, here's the flat 5. So what I'm doing is I'm just playing the root on the low E 5th fret, and then the flat 5, then the root, and then the 4 at the 5th root, and then the flat 3. Right? Same thing here. Right? And there I just came in from it again. So you can find a lot of uses for the flat 5. Right? I just used it twice. There's a million creative ways to use it, but the thing that you're probably never going to do is end a phrase on it. Like, unless you want to build serious tension, hold on to that and then put a button on it just at the last second. And it's really good for that kind of thing because it's a tension builder. It wants to go somewhere. Right? What else can you do with the flat 5? I guess that's enough licks for now. So there's a few licks with the flat 5 just to answer the question of how to work it into your noodleage. It's always there. It's part of the blues scale because it is the blues note, so to speak. So, just toss it in there. It's a grace note, it's a passing note, it's a tone to lead with, it's a tone to build up a lot of tension in the middle of a lick, and then you finish it off with a button on the root or wherever you want to go with that. And that's all I wanted to do. So hopefully the cat that was asking the question about using the flat 5 gets to see this lesson. Alright, thanks again folks. Hope you got something out of that.